Okay, it's about to record. All right, hey guys. So today we wanted to talk a bit about identifying a product that is going to be the main product that you want to use to fill your customer pipeline and really grow your business. And if you guys have been following along, you know that we're huge on the idea of focusing on one product and using that again to do all your marketing around and use that as like what we call a lead magnet in order to get customers so that then you can resell more stuff to your customers again and again and again. And this system works for e-commerce, it works for info products, it works for coaching business. It really works for everything that we've done with our clients, that we've done ourselves. So what we get the most questions around are, how do I identify that first product that I use to attract all my customers? What should I be looking for in that product? So that's kind of what we wanted to talk about today. And if you guys are new here, I know we've gotten a lot of new people in the group. I'm Quentin and this is Cole. And we've been doing online marketing and advertising for quite a long time now. We've worked with some huge clients um, and we have a lot of experience in building out funnels and leveraging this stuff to grow businesses and generate revenue of $100,000 plus every month. We spend a huge amount of Facebook ads every single month on our own products and our clients' products as well. So I just wanted to give you a quick intro to us if you haven't met us before. But anything else I'm missing there, Cole?
No, just, I see a lot of people overcomplicate sort of, their business and utilizing Facebook ads and paid ads to, try and drive to, hundreds of different products and sell hundreds of different products and, rarely see a lot of success, especially early on with new businesses with that. And, not only do we think this is just more effective and more efficient, but it's so much easier to build everything around sort of your lead magnet product. Easier to use the technology, the algorithms, the pixels, to get their help. Easier to dial in your messaging, all that kind of stuff. And you'll hear us say in a lot of these videos, a buyer's a buyer's a buyer, and that's just a phrase that we live by. And so we use this system. We use a lead magnet product, bring customers in the door, as Q said, fill that pipeline. And then from there, it's just about raising that lifetime value for each of those customers you get in the door. So,
Yeah.
as you said, we're going to talk a little bit today about picking that right lead magnet product because it is, obviously a huge step to make sure we're using the right product to bring those people in. And we're going to go over a little bit about why.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's important to, before we get into the weeds about, picking that right product is really to understand the system as a whole and kind of go over some of those ideas and concepts. Um, so when we talk about a lead magnet product, we're talking about, of course, a product that is going to attract your ideal customer that will buy your other products and services. So when you're selling products in your e-commerce store, you want to focus in on a product that is going to again attract people who are going to buy the other stuff that you have, right? But regardless of the product, the system really looks like this. You sell something that's typically inexpensive, okay? And let's say it's $27 or less. I mean, you can go higher to like 47 or 99 is probably the top you want to be at for a lead magnet product, is what we call it. But the lower price it is, the more people you're going to sell it to, okay? And so that's sort of the idea, is that if you can get a low priced product, then you can sell it to more people. The more people that buy this product, you can then offer them upsells and downsells immediately with a well built out funnel. And so what that means is as soon as they go to buy your low priced item, they have the opportunity to buy something else as well and add it to their cart essentially. And then even as they have checked out and actually bought everything, you can offer them additional things with what we call a one-click upsell. And it's through this process of taking someone from a small purchase into more purchases that allows you to get more sales out of that customer, right? So although you might be attracting people with, let's say it's a $7 product, and you really don't make much money off of that. What you're doing is you're giving yourself the ability to take somebody, to take more people through that $7 purchase and get them to purchase more. And then your average order might be something around uh, $35, right? So the concept is kind of simple. You're attracting with the small priced item, and then you're getting them to buy more through a funnel that you set up. Anything else you want to add to that, Cole?
I no, I mean, I think you said it. It's just the lower the price, the more of a no-brainer it is. And
Right.
online, people that don't know you, people that don't know your brand, we want to give them that opportunity to buy a without thinking about it, hit add to cart and purchase because it's only
Yeah.
$7 or it's only $20, and that's worth it to check out and see what it is you're talking about. If the product does what it says it does, type of thing. So, yeah, just it's much easier to dial in your paid ads, dial in getting that volume on the front end with a cheaper product, but there's other aspects to it as well, and it needs to be a good product that fits into the rest of your ecosystem. But we'll touch on that in a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the core concept again to remember is the more people that buy that front end product, the more people go through your funnel, which means, and your funnel is offering them upsells and downsells, which gives them opportunity to buy more. And so if you look at some of the top guys in marketing today, building out a proper funnel is absolutely crucial because they'll sell you a $9 book, then they'll give you an order bump for maybe the ebook version of it, right? And then they'll give you an upsell to, do you want to join my, $450 masterclass or whatever? And then there's a downsell and an upsell and a downsell and an upsell, and they take people through this process. And this is the same with products as well. So you want to look at it as, how can I get somebody to pay for something to open up the floodgates to that funnel, and then they can purchase more, and my average order value goes up. So that's the concept that you need to understand here. That's really the bread and butter of online marketing right now, whether you're selling products or services. And this is what you should be aiming to set up for your business versus just having, for example, a Shopify store that sells a bunch of different products and you're hoping that people are going to go and shop around that site and buy a bunch of stuff. You want to put them through a funnel, which is a series of steps that gets them to buy more. Okay. So the question then becomes, well, how do I identify that product and get people through the funnel? And so we've put together actually a whole course about good products and how to mix and match basically advantages and disadvantages of good products to achieve the outcome that you want. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the three things that we really wanted to hit on that are part of this course are deliverability, and how your product, your initial product, fits into your product ecosystem, and then what's your access to your initial product. So I think, the product fitting into the ecosystem, Cole, if you want to take that, I think that's the first step we need to look at.
Yeah, yeah, just touched on it a second ago, but really the idea is, not only do we want the cheap no-brainer product to bring volume in the door and create a customer base and fill our sales funnel, but we want that product bringing in the right people that are likely to buy more of our products or our services, our coaching programs, whatever that upsell might be. And so if you I think I gave an example in last video we did, for a group, that like if you're trying to build out like a shoe store, you want to be a shoe reseller, like a Nike type business, and that's what you have a lot of access to, which we'll touch on in a second. You have a big stockpile of shoes that you're trying to resell, and then you have a couple of hoodies and whatever else that you have access to, you might want to sell in the meantime as well. You want to start with the shoes, or one of your best selling pairs of shoes, right? To bring in the sneakerheads, bring in people that are going to want to buy more shoes from you in the future and continue to purchase those from you, instead of selling them and pushing all your marketing toward a sweatshirt where you're not sure if anybody's going to buy shoes. And that's a super simple example, but really the idea is you have to figure out, okay, what products do I have that really kind of are in the middle of my product ecosystem, right? So I have a bunch of different products that might fit into, sort of the left side of my niche, some over here. What is a good fit that people that would buy this product would buy everything else that I have eventually, right?
I just thought of a
And
great example, sorry, to the
oh yeah,
shoe
yeah, go
thing.
ahead.
But think about it this way. Let's say you sold shoelaces that were that like sneakerheads liked. Like there's a certain brand of shoelaces. So you could take shoelaces, which are a super cheap item, and get people to buy a ton of shoelaces. And as they buy those shoelaces, then you offer them interesting socks, right? And so that's like the order bump. And then the last thing is take a look at these like fly sneakers essentially, which are your higher ticket thing, let's say, right?
Right.
So you're the it's just sort of thinking logically how you can take them down a path of different sales, right? And then likely if you sell a ton of shoelaces, then you can then go promote your shoes and socks and hoodies and stuff like that later on through your email list and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's perfect point. And just to bring it into kind of what we do, right? Like we're Facebook ads experts with a lot of expertise in building online funnels and helping clients build out this system for their businesses. But we wouldn't create a lead magnet product around YouTube ads or you know Google ads because that's not what we use to fill our system. That's not what we teach people how to do, right? So it
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense for us to bring in people on the idea of helping them with YouTube ads. Like that just
Right.
wouldn't add up. So just another quick example.
Yeah, and so I think in regards to how does your product fit into the ecosystem, just think about how it lends itself to more sales of the other products that you have, So and that's really, just it. I mean, it doesn't have to be too much more complicated than that, but you can think of Apple, they sell you a phone or a computer, but they have tons of different accessories that go along with these things that you need to purchase or may need to purchase, and the sale becomes easy for those other products. Or McDonald's, you go to buy a burger, but then they add fries and a Coke along with that. These are other things that they offer you that go perfectly with your main product.
Yeah.
So yeah, just think about how the initial product that you want to sell lends itself to selling more of the other products that you have, or more of the main product that you really want to sell, essentially.
Yeah, and
Um, yeah.
last thing I want to say on that is it really comes down to the audience too. It's think about the people that are buying that product. Why, what problem is that solving for them? Why are they buying that? Or why would they want to buy other products and services that you have? And as long as you can break it down to say, yeah, my audience would want this product because they'll also and then they'll also want these other products or services I have because this product fits into that ecosystem very well, then you're on the right track.
Awesome. So I want to move to deliverability real quick. And I think the example of selling a shoelace to then sell like socks to then sell shoes is a great example for deliverability. So the one thing that many e-commerce people have challenges with, or if they actually have stock, they have product that they need to ship out themselves, there's an expense that comes along with shipping out that product. And so what happens when they go to run ads, for the first time, a lot of people realize how expensive shipping is, and then the ads combined with the shipping then are just completely eating their margins. And I've talked to so many people in this group and outside of this group who start running ads, and then they realize that their margins are, just getting destroyed by shipping costs, right? And so when I say deliverability is a big thing to look at, that's you know does your product is your product easy and low price to ship, and that's something that you really want to consider as your lead magnet product, because what you want to do is you want to sell as many of these as possible to acquire customers. So the shoelaces, for example, those are not only cheap, but they're light as air and cost you, I guarantee they will cost you basically nothing to ship compared to many other items that you might have in your inventory. So that would also be a great lead magnet product, because it's easy for people to buy. It's easy for you to send out. It's small. It's lightweight. You don't have to, probably doesn't even take a lot of packaging. You probably just put it in an envelope and send it out. The whole thing is super cheap for you, and it doesn't require a whole lot of obviously expense, but work on your end because of that. So you really want to consider, okay, so if I'm going to sell 1,000 of these things, what are my costs going to be on the on the
Shipping.
actual delivering of it, the shipping of it, and what labor is going to go into that. So I think that's a key aspect that you really need to think about. What do I have that's lightest and easiest to ship, and it's going to cost me the least to get out to a customer?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the second or the third thing is, what is your access to that product? But real quick, just back to the delivery thing. I know a lot of people do drop shipping too, and drop shipping has, some deliverability issues because then you have to pay the shipping, or you're either going to cover it, or, it's going to be factored into it. So just, think about the deliverability there too. Um, Access is the third thing that you really need to look at. And what I mean by access is, let's say you're drop shipping, how many of these can you sell? And let's say you're not drop shipping, you're making the product yourself, or you're buying it from overseas, you're bringing it over. How much of that product can you sell? The thing that I see so many people get caught up in is they end up creating stores, or products that they don't have a lot of access to. And so as soon as a Facebook ad gets running, or their marketing starts working, and they sell out of that product, they're done. And then they have to wait forever to get a new product in, and then it just completely stops their whole flow. So if you really, really want to make a system work, is you need to look at, you know, how you can, how fast you can deliver that product, how cheap it is for you to deliver that product. And if you're an info product, then it's pretty cheap. And then how much access do you have to that product, right? Because you don't want to run out. Once you get the ball rolling, and let's say you can do 100 customers a day, but you only have access to 100 of these things, then you're kind of screwed, right? You built up all this effort for something that you can't then continue to grow. So whatever that initial product is you need to be able to do gangbusters with it and have almost unlimited supply, so that you can, potentially get up to 1,000 customers a day buying this thing, and then they're going through your funnel, and then, you know, purchasing the other things that you have to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, this system is kind of like a snowball, rolling down the hill. You bring as many people in as you can, and your marketing picks up momentum. Your paid ads, the algorithm starts figuring out who your audience is, and you get more and more people in the door every day that are then being upsold through, the immediate upsell funnel, through the email funnels, through all that good stuff. And then, as Q said, we see this so often that you finally pick up all that momentum and things are looking really good, and then boom, you're out of products and you have to halt it and really start over again, because that's just kind of how marketing and paid advertising works. Once you
Yeah.
get momentum, you don't want to stop that.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to cut that off, because it's going to be hard to get it back going again. So that's a huge one, and it seems like a really simple concept to make sure that you have enough to sell and that you can do volume on that lead magnet product. But we do see it all the time, and it's just something that, whether it's people don't think about the fact that they could be doing that kind of volume in a short amount of time, or it's just, takes longer to get the product than they originally thought it would. There's all kinds of issues you can run into, but that's a really big one, and glad you brought that up, Q.
Yeah. So, and I know we have to hop off here in a second, but I just wanted to quickly recap the things that we went over. You want to start with what we call a lead magnet product. It should be relatively inexpensive so that you can get more people in the door, right? It should be easy and lightweight to ship if it is, a physical product. And you want to think about that deliverability aspect of it. If it is an info product, sometimes that can be pretty complex to deliver as well, and there's some customer service issues that go into that. So again, think about the ease of delivery of that, and what it costs you to get that to your customer. You want to think about how that product fits into your product ecosystem. So is it going to attract customers that are going to buy other similar things from you down the line? Is it going to lend itself to them buying more and more of your other products? And then, do you have enough access to the point where if you get the ball rolling on this product, are you going to be able to scale it up? And our goal with any customer or client is to get them selling 100 a day of whatever they're selling, so that they can get 100 new customers a day in every single day. So in a week they're getting 700 new customers, and that's 700 new people that go through their funnel, that get to get on that email list and get sold to again and again and again. And you can imagine how fast your business would grow if you were getting even just 100 customers a day. 1,000 customers a day is like, really taking it to the next level. But so in order to achieve that, these are the things we look at. Does it fit into the product ecosystem? How deliverable is it? And then how much access do you have? There's more that goes into this. And I mentioned before that we built out a course called Command Products that goes over all this stuff. There's about 10 pillars that we go over to understand your products and how they work, and then how, even if they are lacking in certain ways, like they're heavy to ship and they're expensive to ship, or you don't have much access, how you can kind of mix and match things in order to create a product or a lead magnet product that will work for your business. Because I know a lot of you guys have stuff set up already and you're like, all right, well, how do I work with what I've got? That course really helps understand products, not only physical products, but info products, and how they work together, and how you can use the advantages and disadvantages of your products to really grow and scale fast. So if you guys are interested in that, just drop interested in the comments below, and then we can send it out to you via Facebook Messenger, and you can check it out. It'll be $27, and we've reduced that price tremendously from what it originally was. I think it was originally like $3.99 or $4.99. So if that's interesting to you, put interested in the comments below. And I think that's just about it.
Yeah. Last thing, guys, Q and I have opened up our calendars too for free strategy sessions. So if you guys have questions about this, or, really anything about marketing and online funnels and sales, we're happy to chat with you guys. Our calendar's open. We'll drop a link in here, either in the comments here, or just in the group about section, where you can access our calendars, book calls with us, and we'll spend that time to learn a little bit about your business, help point you guys in the right direction, and see if you guys are a good fit for any of our coaching programs where we can really help take you to the next level.
Cool. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks, guys.